Hello students, this is Max Club CBSE. In this video, we are going to discuss the 10th sum of exercise 1.1 in the first chapter, relations and functions. In the 10th sum, first subdivision, give an example of a relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Here we are going to give an example for symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Okay. Now the solution is let us take A equal to set of all. Let A equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. Here we are taking the set A equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. Let the relation R on a set A, the relation R on a set A be R equal to set of all 1, 2, 2, 1. This is the relation here. Okay. A equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. Relation R is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1. Now we are going to check reflexive. Check reflexive. If the relation is reflexive, we know that condition. If the relation is reflexive means we know the condition of reflexive. A, A belongs to R for every A belongs to the given set A. This is the reflexive condition. If the relation is reflexive, then okay, A, A belongs to R for every A belongs to the given set. This is the reflexive condition. But here we have the set R is equal to two elements, two pairs only. First pair 1, 2, another pair 2, 1. Here we have two pairs only. Here what we have to say here, since 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is belongs to or no. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 does not belongs to R. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 does not belongs to R. Because we have the relation having two pairs 1, 2 and 2, 1 only. Okay. Therefore, R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive. Here we proved R is not reflexive. Next one, check transitive. Check symmetric. Check symmetric. If the relation is symmetric, if the relation is symmetric, then A, B belongs to R. That implies what? That implies B, A belongs to R for all A, B belongs to the given set A. We know that this condition is symmetry condition. A, B belongs to R. That implies B, A belongs to R. Here since we have the relation r is equal to what? 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. This is the relation we have. Since 1 comma 2 belongs to r, since 1 comma 2 belongs to r, that implies 2 comma 1 belongs to r. Therefore, here we have 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. Since 1 comma 2 belongs to r, 2 comma 1 also belongs to r. Therefore, r is symmetric. Therefore, r is symmetric. Okay, now check transitive. Check transitive. If the relation is transitive, if the relation is transitive, if the relation is transitive, we know the condition, then a comma b belongs to r and b comma c belongs to r. That implies a comma c belongs to r for all a, b, c belongs to the given set A. This is the transitive condition. Okay. Here we have what? Here a equal to 1, b equal to 2. That means 1 comma 2 belongs to r. Here we have the set r is equal to 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. Therefore, 1 comma 2 belongs to r. Then we have 2 comma 1 also belongs to r. This pair also belongs to the given relation. But what we have to prove here? The third one, a comma c belongs to r. Then only we can say that this relation is transitive. But a comma c, there is no pair, like there is no third pair, okay, in the relation. Therefore, a comma c does not belongs to r. Therefore, what we can say, r is not transitive. R is not transitive. If the relation is transitive, then this is the condition. Here we have a equal to 1, b equal to 2, and 1 comma 2 belongs to r, another pair 2 comma 1 also belongs to r, but we don't have this pair. That we need to prove this a comma c belongs to r. This is the transitive condition. We need to prove a comma c, the third one, a comma c belongs to r. But here we have 2 pairs only in the relation. Therefore, we can write a comma c does not belongs to r. Therefore, r is not transitive. Hence, the given statement, the relation r is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Hence, we proved the first one. That is, we gave the example of this one. Okay. Then, next one. Now, 10th sum, second subdivision, transitive. We have to give an example of a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Here we take R is equal to set of all A comma B such that A less than B. Now we take this one. R is equal to set of all A comma B such that A less than B. We have to check first. Check reflexive. Check reflexive. If we know that the reflexive condition, if the relation is reflexive, if the relation is reflexive, then A comma A belongs to R. A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to the given set. A belongs to the given set. This is the reflexive condition. Now we have to check this this R is satisfied or not. Okay. Now here we take the relation R is equal to what? Set of all A comma B such that A less than B. This is the relation here. Since A cannot be less than A. Okay, the same element. Here we cannot say this statement. A is less than, again less than. Here the condition is A less than B. We cannot say that A less than A. Okay, therefore I will write here since, because the reason is A cannot be less than A. That is, A is not less than A. Okay, because A equal to A. We know that one. A is not less than A. Therefore here A comma A does not belongs to R. Therefore A comma A does not belongs to R, because A, this relation A is not less than A. That means here the relation R does not satisfy the given condition. Okay, condition is A less than B, but here A is not less than A. So A comma A does not belongs to R. Therefore R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive. Now we have to check symmetric. Check symmetric. Check symmetric. If the relation is symmetric, if the relation is symmetric, then the condition is A comma B belongs to R. That implies B comma A belongs to R. For all A comma B belongs to the given set. This is the symmetric condition. A comma B belongs to R. B comma A belongs to R. For all A comma B belongs to the given set. This is the symmetric condition. If here we are taking the condition in the relation if A less than B, then how can we say that B less than A? We cannot say that one. If A less than B means B is greater than A. This is the correct statement. But here from the relation condition, if A less than B, then we cannot say that here B less than A. if B less than A, then only we can say that this is symmetric. But here A less than B means B cannot be less than A. Okay. B cannot be less than A. A less than B means B is greater than A. This statement is correct. But here from the relation condition and symmetry condition we have A less than B. Then B cannot be less than A because B greater than A. Therefore, so if A comma B belongs to R, that implies B comma A does not belongs to R, the given relation. Therefore, what we can say that R is not symmetric. Okay, R is not symmetric here. Next we have to check transitive. The relation, we know the condition. If the relation is transitive, if the relation is transitive means then A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. That implies A comma C belongs to R for all A, B, C belongs to the given set. This is the transitive condition. Okay, A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C, that implies A comma C belongs to R. Here we are going to check this relation is transitive or not. Okay. If here the relation condition is A less than B. Okay. A less than B, and again we are taking another statement also, that is B less than C, because A comma in transitive condition A comma B belongs to R, and another statement we are taking what, B comma C belongs to R. These two are true in the transitive condition. Okay. Then we have to prove that A comma C belongs to R. Here we are taking this A comma B belongs to R means from the relation condition A less than B. B comma C belongs to R means B comma C belongs to R means B less than C. Okay, here we have two statements, A less than B and B less than C. Okay, from these two statements what we get, A less than C. That means what, from the relation condition A comma C belongs to R. Okay, A less than B and B less than C. That means what, A less than B and B less than C. That means A less than C because A is the biggest one. Sorry, A is the smallest one, C is the biggest one. So we can write it as A less than C. That implies from the relation condition A less than C means A comma C belongs to R. Okay. Therefore, we can say that R is transitive. We can say R is transitive. Hence, proved. Okay. Hence, what is the given question is, the relation R is transitive. Okay, we proved here R is transitive, but neither reflexive. here we proved this relation is not reflexive. So we can write but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Hence proved. Now third subdivision of 10th sum, we have to give an example of reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Now we take the set A equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. This is the set given. This is the set A equal to 1, 2, 3. Now let the relation R on a set A are equal to, here we take the elements 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, another pair 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. This is the relation here. A equal to 1, 2, 3. Relation will be this. Okay. Now we have to check this R is reflexive. Check reflexive. If the relation R is reflexive, we know that the condition A, A belongs to R for every A belongs to the given set A. This is the relation condition. Since the same pair A, here we are taking the elements 1, 2, 3. So here 1, 1, another pair 2, 2, another pair 3, 3. These three pairs exist in the relation R. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 belongs to R, the given relation R. Therefore, we can say that R is reflexive. Okay, now another one. Check what we have to check. Symmetric. Okay. Symmetric. If the relation is symmetric, then we have that condition, symmetric condition, A, B belongs to R. That implies B, A belongs to R for all A, B belongs to the given set A. This is the symmetric condition. Here we have the relation. Here in R, 1, 2 belongs to R. Okay, in the given relation, we take that relation R is equal to this one. Okay, here 1, 2 belongs to R. By symmetric condition, here we have 2, 1 also belongs to R. Another pair, if we take 1, 3 belongs to R, then by symmetric condition 3, 1 also belongs to R. That means here we can write it as, if 1, 2 belongs to R, that implies 2, 1 belongs to R. And another pair 1 comma 3 belongs to R, that implies 3 comma 1 belongs to R. Therefore, we can say that R is symmetric. Therefore, the condition satisfied by the relation. Therefore, R is symmetric. Now we have to check transitive. Transitive. If the relation is transitive, we know that the condition of transitive, then A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. That implies A comma C belongs to R for all A, B, C belongs to the given set A. Okay, this is the transitive condition. Here A equal to 1, B equal to 2. Okay, but there is no element for C. No, there is no third element here. Here we take A equal to 1, B equal to 2. Another one, A equal to 1, B equal to 3. Okay. If we take A equal to 1, B equal to 2, that means A equal to 2, that means here in the relation 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 1 belongs to R, but we don't have this pair 1 comma 1, A comma C. That means here A comma C, that means 1 comma 1 does not belongs to R. Suppose we take A equal to 1, B equal to 3, that means what? 1 comma 3 belongs to the relation, 3 comma 1 belongs to the relation, but A comma C means here 1 comma 1, okay, does not belongs to R. For understanding only I am writing here. In that sum we have to write A equal to 1, B equal to 2 or 3. Okay, B equal to A equal to 1, B equal to 2 or 3. For understanding only I am writing like this. A equal to 1, B equal to 2 or 3 means there is no third element. There is no third element. That means there is no C here. Okay, that means there is no C. No third element. Okay, therefore the relation R is not transitive, because we don't have that third element. R is, therefore we can say that R is not transitive. Hence, the given question, the relation R is reflexive, and symmetric, but not transitive. Hence, we proved the third part.